Here's a flow for the shoulders. So when you're ready, start to wiggle into the shoulders, see how they're feeling for you. And then we're going to bring the elbows nice and tight into the body, palms facing up. And we're going to move the hands out and then back to center. Do this a few times, working into external rotation. Holding that last one. When you're ready, then bring the elbows in front of the shoulders, palms facing in, and we're going to make a Y shape and then bring the hands back together. Do that a few times, then lift the elbows a couple of inches higher and see if you can bring the hands even wider. Then coming into a standing kneeling position, hold your right arm out to the side, bring it into a fist, and then work it up and down, up and down. Then coming onto the other side, doing 3 rotations on that side, bring the fist up and down and up and down, and doing both arms together, trying to keep the core nice and tight and trying not to pop out your rib cage there. And then bringing the hands to the back of the head, you're going to extend them up in a Y shape, slowly bring them down, the palms will turn as you do, then bend the elbows, bringing the hands to the lower back, keeping them floating if you can, then extend from the elbows, bring the hands up and then bend the elbows. These are called swimmers. Again, extend. As you bring the hands down, the palms will flip. You'll then bend the elbows, floating the hands above the lower back or glutes, and then slowly coming up. And just keep this going nice and slow and controlled at your own pace. Emphasis on moving slow here. Finishing that 3rd and final rep then with the hands coming to the back of the head. Then shimmy out those shoulders, free them up, before making your way into quadruped. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Make a fist with the left hand, bring it in front of you, and then start to move it all the way up to the ceiling and all the way behind you until the fists touch the floor. And keep working back and forth here, working on nice controlled rotations at that shoulder joint. And then when you're ready, going on to the other side. Again, you can always pause the video and do a few extra reps should you wish to do so. But for now, I'm doing 3 on each side. Final one. And then coming back onto quadruped here. We're going to slide the feet back, finding plank, and then lifting the hips for downward facing dog. Come back down into quadruped, and then lift back up into downward facing dog, and keep moving back and forth, nice and slow and controlled here. Couple more reps. And then moving into plank, and then back to downward facing dog. Again, shift the weight forward to plank, and then lift the hips back for downward facing dog. Shift forward to plank, drop the knees, and then nice and slowly lower down onto your belly. We're going to extend the arms overhead, create 2 fists, and then lift your left arm up and down, then right arm up and down, and keep alternating with these lift offs. Really challenging on squeezing into that back body. And once you've done 3 on each side, let's lift both hands together and then lower up and down and up and down here. And then coming into swimmers from this prone position, let's lift the hands, slowly open them out as the hands come behind you, flipping the palms, bend the elbows to float the hands above the lower back. Lengthen back out from the elbows, bring the hands overhead, and then relax down. And again, lift, slowly open out, flip the palms, bend the elbows to hover and extend, slowly come all the way up, and then release, and again, lift, open out, hover, bend those elbows, well done, come all the way back up, and then release. Bring the hands either side of the chest, and then make your way up. Coming into Dolphin, we're going to bring the elbows underneath the shoulders, palms pressed down into your mat, and then just start to draw the shoulder blades together and then puff out, working on protraction and retraction. Tuck the toes, lift the hips nice and high, let the head release, and just think about lifting the tailbone as high as you can. If you can let the head go, do. If your arms are too short, just look forward towards the thumbs. Take 1 more breath. Then release the knees down, sit the hips back to the heels, find child's pose, but flip the palms up to the ceiling to allow those shoulders to open once more. Well done.